In tonight's Health Watch, we've all heard about the symptoms of stroke, but would you really be able to recognize them if they happen to you?
Local 5's Connie Feldman introduces us to a local man who had no idea that his trouble stepping on the gas meant he was having a stroke.
Many of us have heard some common symptoms of a stroke, like slurred speech or a droopy face. But signs of a stroke can show up in many different ways. And in the case of a stroke, doctors say time is of the essence. Fred Linder loves being in the great outdoors.
I liked to hunt, and so I always wanted to stay in shape so I would be able to be out in the woods and walking.
In fact, he was hours from home when he noticed a strange weakness in one of his limbs.
I was having trouble with my right leg on the gas and on the brake pedal.
Linder's wife took the wheel while he called his son-in-law, a physical therapist.
I told him my symptoms. He said, "You should go to the emergency room immediately."
And he did.
I knew that Aurora had a stroke center, and so I went to the emergency room there.
In fact, Aurora Baycare Medical Center has the first and longest standing program in Northeast Wisconsin that is certified as a comprehensive stroke center. That's where Linder met neurologist Dr. Seni Kabaz, who says Linder did the right thing.
It's very important to make sure that even the slightest symptom should be taken seriously and don't play it down. They should seek any kind of a medical attention immediately.
Linder says it never occurred to him he was having a stroke.
I was thinking if you had a stroke, you would have maybe slurred speech or you couldn't smile, but I didn't have any of that.
Kabaz says stroke symptoms can appear in many ways. He uses the acronym B FAST, B for balance, E for eyes or vision issues, F, facial weakness and uneven smile, A for arm or leg weakness, unable to raise limbs evenly, S for speech, slurred or difficult to understand, and T for time, get help fast. After being treated by Dr. Kabaz, Linder began his work with personal trainer Reagan Daynard.
In Fred's case, he wanted to be able to climb the stairs at Lambeau.
An ambitious goal for a 78-year-old stroke survivor.
At Lambeau Field, those 12-inch steps are a little tough to go up and down.
But not insurmountable, especially with Linder's motivation.
Fred is a dream to work with. He's open to anything.
That includes yoga and a step machine, set specifically at 12 inches.
There's nothing this man can't do. He has met that goal.
Kabaz also says Linder is a good example of not only how to recover from a stroke, but how to prevent one from happening again.
Take it seriously and be very persistent about and consistent about taking care of themselves, like Fred.
According to Aurora Baycare, 80% of strokes are preventable, and the key to that prevention is awareness. Aurora Baycare wants to spotlight community members like Fred's son-in-law who know the signs and act quickly. You can nominate someone for the Aurora Baycare Stroke Hero Award by going to aurorabaycare.com/events and enter the keyword Stroke Hero. And that's your Health Watch. I'm Connie Feldman, Local 5 News.